You just reminded me of one of
Yes.
the coolest things in physics,
Yes.
which is the reason we see our sun rises and sets as red-orange, the
Mm-hmm.
same reason we think the universe is 14 billion years old, because of the redshift. I thought Mr. Hubble saw the redshift.
Sure, but we don't see the sunrise and set because of the redshift.
But it does shift red.
It doesn't shift red. You're looking at the sun, it's going through a lot more atmosphere because it's grazing. I'm looking through a lot more atmosphere because now I'm looking along the horizon. So instead of looking straight up and seeing 10 or 20 kilometers of really dense atmosphere, I'm looking out at the horizon and I'm seeing hundreds of kilometers of dense atmosphere. The redshift, it's the Doppler shift, right? That has to do with the relative motion. Right. And you get to hear this if you watch any like Daytona or Indy racing.
Scheckter with Giafoni working him.
We're talking about hearing, so we're talking about sound waves. So, but light is a wave as well.
Right. So I know what you're going to say. I think you're going to say, when you mention the Doppler shift, that
Mm-hmm.
the redshift that we see in galaxies is a function of motion,
Yep.
whereas the redshift, or the red tint that we see at dusk and dawn, is a function of interaction with the atmosphere.
Yes. At the end of the day, you see red. So, and now you've got to explain. So, one of the interesting things that physicists and in particular astronomers have to do, all they see is it's red or it's red. And now they've got to sit there and go, let's see, how do I explain that red and how do I explain that red? And so they've got to go through and try and figure out, well, what's going on, right? So that's one of the interesting things that astronomers have to do, especially when they're looking at objects that they don't know what they are and they're very far away.
Well, okay. So my struggling with red is not wholly stupid and unscientific. It's just wrong.
It's it's you had a hypothesis,
Okay.
okay, and we could disprove your hypothesis because we can come up with a couple of different cases where it's not the case.
Oh, so you're saying that my hypothesis is really scientific because it's falsifiable.
Yes,
Well, that's the kindest way to think about it.
excellent.
Not really wrong, but falsifiable.
It's falsifiable. That's an excellent hypothesis, Aaron. That's falsifiable. Let's go see if we can do that.
Well, Nick Gross, I appreciate the education. Thank you very much, my dear buddy. Nick Gross, professor of physics at Boston University in Massachusetts.
Excellent. I'm always happy to talk to you, Aaron. It's always interesting and enlightening to me too.